By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. This is all about clout. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Let me see. I wanted how's everybody doing? What's going on today? I'm so sorry. Guys, it's been a hell of a couple of weeks. I got really sick. And tomorrow I got to go to the dentist. I have a dentist appointment early in the morning. Sis has been going through it, but in between all of going through everything, we went to Florida for about a week. We were there from Saturday to Saturday. We got back yesterday and we were still trying to recover. Um, and it was a lot. I know today's Monday. Today's typically members and mods, but I just said, you know what, since I really kind of just like disappeared on you guys. Um, I did do a live. I think I did do a live while we were gone, and I can't even, it's all a blur. So my bad, y'all. I love you guys and I'm back. No vacations planned anytime soon. We're in back to school mode now. Farah's gonna be going back to school in like I think 4 weeks from not 3 weeks from today, but 4 weeks from today. School starts. Well, is that 4 weeks from today? So she has this week, next week, and then the next week after that, she's off. She's got tennis this week, tennis next week, and then she has 1 week nothing, and then back to school. So what is that? Is that 3 weeks? I guess it's 3 weeks, right? So yeah, the 26th. So yeah, she's got. It's like I can't even talk about it because if I talk, Mom, don't talk about back to school yet. I don't want to talk about. Like she doesn't even want to talk about it. So, but she did buy some composition books because she'd rather write in those hardcover books. And they really don't. How many of you guys have noticed like they don't really use what they used to use as far as supplies anymore because everything is in the computer? They're using their Chromebooks and they don't need they need stuff to write, take some notes and stuff here and there, but for the most part, the kids are taking notes as they are listening to their lecture and they are not using, you know, they're not using the same supplies we used to use. Because if you even just notice going through Walmart, the back to school aisle is not the same. It's just not the same. Even the babies are on the tablets and everything. So, thank you so much. I'm still not 100%, but I would probably say overall, like from the cold, I would probably say I'm 90 something, like 90 plus or minus percent back to normal. And on my tooth, it's giving I'll be there in the morning. I'll be there. Be there or be square. So yeah, I'll be there. I'll This time tomorrow, maybe I'll be feeling much better. My boys' high school doesn't even have a supply list. They said to bring a pen, paper, and the teachers will tell them what to bring the following week. Yeah, they need like a calculator. Like she's in 8th grade now. So they've needed like that scientific, the TI calculator. And then it goes up to another level type calculator for senior year. Hey, Buttons. Hey, Boo. Hey, everybody. Hey, Miss HLS. Good morning to everyone. Jackson Tabasco, Sham, Lady Hot. Is it Hot and Tata? Lady Hot and Tata. Hatentata, what's going on? Hopefully, I'm saying it right. Hi, Miss Stephanie Castro. What's going on? And Harmon, J Fox, Ms. Nikki. What's good? Lex, J Jones, VIP Lady, Miss Buckeye. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Lady Ella Dale. Good morning. Lex, Southside. I still feel a little kind of low energy. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'll be back. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just it takes a minute. But I really did enjoy being on vacation. And then also just the normally I have such a like, I gotta go live, I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta handle business. And it was I could not. So, interesting, right? So for me, that was like a major like to actually kind of enjoy my time off and really take some time off. So, that was good because this job like doing this, it's so easy to just kind of like, oh, my phone, my iPad, my whatever. And I did bring my computer and everything. I couldn't do it. My daughter is not ready to go back. Yeah, Farah has had a I feel like she's had a decent vacation. She got to meet new friends, going to tennis. She had tennis for 3 weeks. Then we had last week off. She's going back for this 2 weeks. She had a week at a different tennis camp like early on when I was doing the outside thing. So she's had like 6 weeks of like planned activity and then I don't know, I guess it'll be 6 weeks of non-planned activity or and one we had a week of vacation. So I feel like if I were her, felt like I'd had a good summer because I didn't have to be at camp all summer and got to do some things. Also, too, during the week, she only has Monday through Thursday, so she has a 3-day. She has Fridays every week. So, anyway, I think she's pleased, and I do think she likes school. So, I just don't think she wants to talk about it, but when she gets back into the swing of things, she's gonna be happy to see her friends and get back into her activities and stuff like that. So, um oh, thank you, Cinnamon. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. So, I was trying to get caught up. I didn't even go over to Liv's channel. Is anyone even watching Strong Mommy Chrissy? Does she even have anything going on? I have not. I haven't been over there in a minute. Hey, Planet Mimi, what's good, sis? How are you? Hey, Social Club, what is going on with Jasmine? I know. So I don't know if this is a run for some, dry baggery, which is kind of the feel that I got. She was sitting up there packing up wigs the other day, and then I don't know, that live didn't seem as interesting as the one when she was laying on the floor with Stink Stink. So I was just like, what is really going on? Is she moving or what? Um, what happened? How dare you and Nyla have lives? Is Nyla live right now? I'm not sure what you mean. Let me refresh my live screen. Is she live right now? I don't know what that. How dare you and Nyla have lives, but oh, lives outside of YouTube. Oh yeah. Well, well, that's how you keep it going. Okay? Yes, absolutely. So, yes, I get you. I had to kind of like, what does that mean? Okay. Um let me tell you. So they got I'm over here looking at my live board and damn, they got Kayla Bumpus on the guys. I'm gonna be busy all afternoon trying to figure out why Kayla Bumpus is on the stand. We might have to watch that. We might have to stream some YSL later because Kayla is on the stand right now. Um, that's one of my little guilty pleasures I've been watching. Anywho, let me get back on topic. How dare us have lives outside? That's how you keep your husband and that's how you keep your family happy. Yeah, they got Kayla on the stand right now, I think. On Atlanta's News First. Looks like Kayla's on the stand. Hold on, let me see. Oh, you know what I want to know, any of
Judge,
you guys
please
who are
step
watching
out.
YSL,
Simone.
is
Okay, ask the judge to step out. At that point, does
anyone
the
who's
judge
watching
step out?
this at the
Yes.
moment, this is what I want to know. Are they going, like, are they doing all of this? Are we going to have a mistrial or not? You know what I'm saying? Or no? Is it a mistrial or no? Because it's been very unprofessional, as we all know. If you've been watching, it's been very much like Fugazi. And is it a mistrial or no? Um, the judge said she was going to rule on the mistrials over she was going to rule on it. And I was expecting her to come back and talk about that today, but I don't know if she has because I was on the phone. Um, oh no, I understand, but even as a serious question, I think social media. I'm gonna take it as a serious question, but I'm not insulted by any means. Um, Social media, because it really is something that is done 24/7, you can really sit here and fuck up a lot of your life. Okay. I mean, we've seen this, right? Like, let's talk about that for a minute. I feel like that's a great question. Nyla and I are both women of a certain age. And when you value what you have, you take care of it, right? So just like I take care of my channel, I take care of you guys, right? I come through, I show you guys I care about my channel, I care about my check, okay? But I also care about my husband, I care about me, and I care about my daughter. So absolutely. But there's a lot of people who will throw everything by the wayside to go live and really not even accomplish a whole lot. They're sitting up there live, folding clothes, looking stupid, sounding slow, with nothing to talk about, and people are bored. And what do? They start talking shit about you, right? That's basically the topic of this whole channel. Some love lies and lace fronts, okay? Because that is what dumb people do. The smart people who thrive on social media or who attempt to thrive are people who no, I get you. I get you. I feel like that's actually a great topic. Feel like that's actually that was a great question, a great topic because people don't take downtime seriously to kind of fill up your cup and to, handle the business at hand, which is you. Because social media, you can do social media 24/7, and then you look around and you don't have anything really to talk about. You have nothing to bring to the table. You have nothing to offer to your subscribers. And then some people sit there like, people were telling me over the weekend, Rose was into some shit, whatever, and Rose from Queen of Kings, then you sit there and you have to create fantasy fiction. So there's a lot of people, there are some people who will sit around and create drama with their spouse, their kids. My daughter ran away, all kinds of stupid shit, lies basically for contents and clicks, right? And a check. um they'll talk about them and their husband broke up or they're having problems or they need a break, and it's not the case. Maybe it's the case or not, but they start using what they have going on that may or may not be something that really should be talked about amongst people that really, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a full on relationship. It's your social media audience and followers who thought maybe there was something interesting about you, but then slowly figured out maybe there's not. Um, and then they start making up stuff. And then it's trouble. That's the trouble that Rose is in. That's some of the trouble that Jasmine is in. That's the trouble that Liv has been in. The oversharers like Strong Mommy Chrissy. I mean, yeah, absolutely. You have to have your downtime from social media, and you also have to you have to have a life. You actually really do. So that's, I mean, I appreciate you saying that because it is very much true. You have to have a life, and you can't let your job, just like if you worked in corporate America or you work damn at Krispy Kreme or something, right? You can't be so devoted to like this that you ignore that. Y'all saw Woody on that pop, the balloon. Girl, really? No, I did not. This is a whole mess. YSL, let me tell you. So obviously we don't talk about YSL typically on this channel, but since we were talking about it now, um, it's a shit show. We'll talk about it in a little bit when I go over to Real Talk Bougie. Okay, we'll table that. I just happen to. Kayla's a mom, so she qualifies. Where we do that mom content over here. Anyway, is Jasmine? They need to free Thugger. I need his music. Okay, so I'm conflicted because look, let's do this. We love the music and all that, right? But if in fact Donovan Thomas was killed, we know he's dead, right? Donovan Thomas is gone, right? It's been alleged that there was a hit put out on him. Do we really is that the music? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not you don't have to answer. I'm just saying I'm conflicted too because Thug seems like a nice guy. We see him in court every day. It's almost like this is such a shit show. This isn't fair. This is da 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 da. But what if what if I mean someone's dead and they're saying it was YSL. What if that's actually what it like what, because it's a shit show means they don't get to be prosecuted? You know what I'm saying? Like I do think a mistrial is appropriate, but I do think that they also probably need to um get their shit together, get an actual decent case and then come back with a decent case, but that's so absolutely. I agree with that. I think this trial has made people feel sorry for these guys. Um, and these guys are also 10 years older, right? So they've gone from 20s to 30s. And look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne looks like an old man now. They're sitting up there talking about Lil Wayne tour bus getting shot up. It's like, my God. These guys are certified. Well, Lil Wayne is certified middle age now, right? He's got a grown daughter, grown kids. I mean, so much has happened in 10 years. But anyway, we'll talk about that over on Real Talk Bougie. We'll just talk today. Thugga is a real provider, man's man, amazing father, and is wrong. He's a true artist. This is wrong. So they need to get their case together. I really don't have an opinion on because I don't know what his involvement could have possibly been because we haven't gotten to that part of the trial, but he's mixed up in this somehow. And I don't think that whatever they're doing right now is worth continuing. It's such a unraveling of a mess that they do probably need to start over and for there to be some real justice rather than because this whole YSL thing right now is a complete mess. It's terrible, but Donovan Thomas's family does need justice. If Thugga has nothing to do with it, then he doesn't have anything to do with it and shouldn't be held to account for any of it, right? um it's just a complete mess. I'm okay if they say mistrial today. I'd be totally like cool. Bring a doable case. Don't bring like a mega case that's going to take 25 years. The jury, how is the jury ever going to remember everything? It's too much. It's too much. They tried to bring everybody and their mother to justice. And unfortunately, they can't do it's like they want to do a bundle deal. They want to do a bundle and you can't do a bundle. Like these are individual people and these are individual crimes and situations. I just don't see how you can bundle everybody together in a package and it's not going to be a mess and it's very much not cohesive. Shanna Boyd, thank you so much for supporting, sis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that on my first day back. You guys are amazing. Okay, so let's do this. I don't know. Do you guys well, I was gonna say let's go on over to Jasmine's and have a laugh and see what in the hell's really going on? Um, but yeah, I'm sort of kind of not all the way up to date. And I was watching Gina's video. So I guess people are saying, I mean, Kenny is missing. I don't know if Kenny has completely left the building. I saw she did somewhat of a Q&A, so maybe I need to watch that before I really, really make my decision on is Kenny really gone or not. But it appears that Kenny might be gone, because she we haven't seen Kenny hiding in the backgrounds of her videos in a while. So is anyone still watching Gina? Okay. Girl, when she said she had on like a $2 necklace, where were they? They were in St. Lucia, and she said she had on some sort of $5 bathing suit, and she had on a $2 necklace and a hodgepodge of bracelets. Did you guys see that? I was like, baby, what in the world do you? And then she had on her flea market hat. The latest video where she's answering questions and stuff. Okay. I started watching it, but then I don't know, something else came up and I immediately my ADD kicked in and I immediately was on a whole nother topic. I tried to watch her, but her video, they're so long. They're so long. Like, okay, I'm gonna say it like this because I don't like to compare. Even though I do compare people, I'm not gonna compare in this situation. I'm gonna speak very general, and I'm sure you guys know why. There's a certain other YouTuber that I watch who has similar length videos, and I enjoy them. I'm, you know, chilling, eating a snack, relaxing, folding clothes, you know what I'm saying? Maybe answering comments, and I find it quite relaxing. Sometimes I have to do a Gina video in like, oh yeah, I need to finish watching that or something. You know what I mean? Like I won't necessarily do it in one sitting. I could watch someone else's video and it's an hour and 20 minutes. It's a movie and it's very relaxing. Okay. You know what I'm talking about, right? But I don't want to be accused of comparing like you guys wouldn't care if I compare like Live and My Jazzy Life, right? Live and Jasmine. But if I happen to say these two names together, somebody will come and have a problem. Somebody will say, "What?" So I'm just gonna stay out of that. I'm not trying to trigger anybody on a Monday. So I say I'm gonna just keep it very cute. And you guys know what I like to watch, and we're just gonna keep it at that. Okay. Even I keep up with Gina too, but Gina's on some different kind of it's on something different. Okay. Jasmine, for instance. Okay, let's see what's going on over here because we need a good laugh and we need a good catch up. Can anyone tell me, is Jasmine moving? Like what's really going on? Do you guys think she's moving? Um, it has been it's been almost 3 years, if you can believe it, since she's been in that house. Stinkabug will be 3 this November, right? And she moved into that place right before Stink was born, right? And it's been 3 years and is she moving? I mean, I can believe it. I could believe she's moving. Why not? Like she doesn't own the place. I mean, she's been living there like she owns the place, and why not? You're paying rent, but at the end of the day, it might be time to go. Look, this is a 15-minute live. These are the type of lives I love. Um what else is going on here before we how's potty training? It's she's not potty training that baby. Let's see what's going on here. Jasmine laid out on the floor as usual. Let me see what you guys are saying. Jasmine is a scammer. I would not I'm sorry. I wouldn't even lay my head. I won't lay my head on my carpet. Carpet is kind of gross. I love carpet, but especially when you have dogs, they come in from outside. They're bringing everything from outside. And no, I'm sorry. Nope. And they got that little Bentley dog. What? You got your whole head. Get a yoga mat. I would lay on the floor on a yoga mat. I would lay on the floor with something under my head, but I'm not going to put my whole head on the carpet where we know what lives in carpets. Like, even in the cleanest of carpets, carpets attract all kinds of stuff, right? Who does that?
Oh,
now she must have that filter on because her face is looking. Maybe she took a shower. I know who you were talking about. I watch. Girl,
going that night.
You guys are so silly.
Yeah.
This is, and I say this all the time. You have uncapped opportunity to make money.
Happy Thursday?
Happy Thursday. She's really giving happy Thursday. Jasmine, it's the first of the month. Have you moved yet? Are you packing? Okay, I don't
want asking for that stuff. Like, it was more stuff. And I was like, and then he started looking through the diaper bag. And I'm like almost like he felt like that's where he left them at. I don't know if he woke up, he was eating that in his dream, and he woke up and was like, let me just go in here because I know I left it in here in my dream. He was tripping. Oh my God, I was trying to do something. I'm a bit sick. I need to go put my sheets in the wash. He's supposed to sour, sweet.
I get so tired of all she ever has to do is some damn laundry. Like, aren't you sick of it? Bentley is ridiculous. I don't even try to think of that dog because I don't know what's going on with that dog. Bentley's pissed and all over I'm sure he's pissing all over the carpet. She doesn't let him out. Why are you on the floor? She's ridiculous. Hi, Tommy. Hey, boo. What's up to everybody out there on Facebook? Thank you to everyone coming in on this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking about a little bit of everything. We were just talking about some YSL. And I guess we'll talk about that over on Real Talk. There's so much going on and there's so much to keep up with. I guess I'll talk to you about all of the research I did last night on Real Talk. But over here, I'm just trying to get caught up on trying to figure out, is this mommy moving or not? Not that it's any of my business, because I'm not sending $1. I'm not paying for a moving van. I'm not paying for a box. And I mean, I really don't even care, but it is just kind of a curiosity. Like, sis, what is really going on here? Are you moving or not? Are they kicking you out? Like, what's going on? Is this just some dry beggary because you didn't work this month and your check isn't going to be hitting on anything? Like, which one is it?
Sauce in my bed.
Or just storyline? Is she just trying to create some storyline because everybody was talking about Rose from Queen of Kings? Like, what's really going on?
Those are nasty. Which one's nasty?
Okay, I can't.
Yeah, I was up early, y'all. Real early. I'm recording a little bit today. I vlogged. It was a big chunk of me.
Who is actually interested in what she got going on? Who is actually really, like, this lady is so boring. It's unbelievable. Like, we could literally let this just play and it would be more interesting me talking to you guys, reading your comments, than actually hearing what she has to say. Because until she has something to say, it's like, sis, nobody's interested. You have sold all this drama for years about what's going on in your life, from the abortions to the silly, slow breakups, to all of these bums that you've been dating, these struggle relationships. And now you want to sit here holding a 3-year-old like a baby and want to play on if you're moving and getting kicked out of your place or not. Sis, can you just give us the tea? Can you just show us the damn boxes and be done? I'm doing great, Nearly. How are you? Okay. Can you just tell us what is going on? Because having us to try to, like, this is what gets you in trouble, Jasmine. This is what gets people. Look, oh God, the baby is smushing her in the face as he should. Thank you, Stank.
Kisses.
Thank you for
Kisses.
smushing her in the face. That's what we like. Yes, get her
Okay.
good. Your mom is Fugazi. Yes, smush. Mush
Okay.
her.
I love you. Kisses. Kisses.
I couldn't stay focused on her this weekend. I tried.
It
She
is
played
hot.
too much.
It
You know
is
what
too
I'm
hot to
saying?
anything.
Like, I can't either. It's like, sis, okay, that's why you're getting, 4,000 views. Now she did this other live and she got 13,000 views, but let's just, I think Jasmine has figured out she's going live in vertical. Okay. Did we see this? Baby, what is going on here? Okay, we're not even.
I don't even know where to start.
When she's got the blanket out, it's like, hell no, I cannot. Unless she's sick. Now she's over here trying to box up her wigs and stuff. So it appears that she's doing some sort of a clean out. And she says that she's answering questions, but she's not really answering questions.
Sports. You cannot hit that. My band and legends.
What about me?
I think yours is in there in that bucket. But I have twins and Kaylin's is in her book. Which way do I go?
Oh, yeah, you want to
Turn off the lights. I'm looking forward
turn
to.
off the lights and I have a mask on. You know me.
Tell Zeus Network.
What's this? Oh, you can put
Make that ass not. Make it not. It's just
Why is
all
it so
day.
long?
Like, are people still interested? Like, let me just ask a YouTube question. Are I think people are still interested in vlogs, but I feel like vloggers who really, and I'm not just talking about like the aesthetic girls, I'm not even talking about that, but the aesthetic girls do have an edge on vlogging because they really do take time and care about the edit and really bringing you something, even if it's something mundane as going to the grocery store. They're showing you something, they're telling you something, they're talking to you about products that they enjoy or a meal that they're going to cook or a store that they like for whatever reason. Like, is this type of content where someone is just putting up the camera and talking to other people, not even talking to you, not even answering questions, even though the title says that they're answering questions? Is this appealing anymore? I feel like the aesthetic girls, the people or the people who actually take time to vlog a story, even like any of you guys who watch, you guys know I watch It's All About God, Tim and Megan and the boys out there in Mississippi. They're not an aesthetic channel. Okay. I mean, if you're like farm and homesteading aesthetics, right? Um, but they tell a story. Tim's going to go buy some feed. Megan was having a baby. Megan's homeschooling. They're they're moving the pigs from one part of the homestead to another, or they're rotating the lambs. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who actually take time to weave together a story, right? Where you get a slice of life for the day, right? Not just, and it's not hard. And I can say it because I've vlogged before. I've vlogged. I know how to vlog. I know how to put a story together. I'm just wondering, has the people that put stories together and really share part of their life with you, even if I'm not, even if like Tim and Megan aren't going live when they're having a argument, because I'm sure they're like any other couple and may have disagreements or whatever you want to call it, right? They don't vlog that. But that doesn't mean they're fake. They're vlogging aspects of their life that they want to share. People who want to share the shit show, they share the shit show, right? But when we have people like this, the lady on the screen, right, who just props up a camera, has a fucking attitude, looks like she hasn't seen a shower in days, and is sorting through some nasty bird's nest wigs is this even it's not even appealing, it's not even interesting, right? It's like I don't understand how she doesn't understand that people may or may not be interested in this. It takes 2 seconds to say, "Guys, I'm sorting through these wigs. You guys tell me should I keep this or not?" I mean, you she could have made a game out of it, right? It's not content. It's really just stealing time. This to me is stealing time because she knows she needs to work. She knows she's not interesting. She has nothing going on right now. And what she does have going on, she does not want to share. She's trying to milk it for as much as she possibly can. And that's providing that it's actually even accurate, that she actually is outside of a lease and maybe is being asked to leave for September. It's like, and then because she titled this, that she was gonna, oh, pray for me. So people might think, oh, there's some drama going on. She gets 13,000 views. People only tuned in because they thought something was going on. And then you get here and she's stuffing garbage bags. She is doing, look, I guess some people have to move with garbage bags and more power to you. Let me tell you a packing trick. Now, garbage bags I guess are fine, but to me garbage bags break. Those paper, those big like leaf and lawn collecting bags that they have at Lowe's, they're like triple ply paper bags. When I packed up pots and pans and things like that, those bags are so sturdy. I packed up a lot of my kitchen in those big, heavy Lowe's bags. They come in like stacks of 5 and they're easy to throw away and they're good to recycle. So once you move and you've got trash, they're great to just put your trash in. I I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, like I don't use garbage bag like those type of garbage bags. Like I would never. Those brown paper bags are really good. She is pathetic. She acts like she's the only person that has moved. Like, okay. And back to she has and it's the fact that when she had a life, okay? When she had this schlubadub, wait, the wrong picture, my bad. My bad, y'all. When she had, I thought that was hips for a second, but that's a different hips. Where is some of my jazzy life pictures? Let me find. Okay. When she had a life, just like this one, when she had a life, she had a husband. This one had a man over at the house that actually impregnated her. She was so busy going live trying to show off her man that she lost her man. Isn't that the whole gag of this thing? Jasmine is sitting here, lost her man. How many times social and Mimi, how many times was Jasmine told to get up off this internet or stop messing with her man, her big hip-titted man, and leave him off the camera, or else she was going to find herself by herself? How many times did we tell her to go and jump on that dick? How many times did we tell her to go make a meal? How many times did we tell her, Jasmine, get up off a line? And she would not get off this computer, get off the phone, get off going live. Oh, sis says several times. I feel like it's several times, several, girl. We told her numerous times, okay? We told her more than we can count, sis. Why don't you go tend to your man, okay, before he goes and finds someone from the comment section? Because that's what happens over here on this YouTube, right? I wonder, has anyone even checked to see if Jazz and Chris extra hype, whatever that thing was called? Was it called extra Jazz and Chris? Is that still even up? Girl, she was told 50, 11 times. Okay. She could really be seriously moving right now and just say, guys, I'm moving. Like, if she's worried about people finding out where she's going to live, how about don't tell anybody? Like, isn't that an ingenious plan? Isn't that smart? Just don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody where you're moving, but she can't help herself. Okay, let's listen some. But yeah, these chicks with no life are unbelievable. Now, Keisha has a life, but she thinks that it's so fabulous. And we're like, Keisha, look, you are this is the deal with Keisha. Let me move off of Jasmine for just a second. This is the deal with Keisha. Keisha has a life where Jasmine doesn't really have a life. She's made YouTube her life. Keisha thinks that what she got going on is so good and so great and so important, but we know different. Even hey Erica, hey boo, hey Desi, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. CS, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everyone coming in, good morning. I'm here. We're live. It's late. I know. Sis has been on the struggle bus all summer. Um, Keisha thinks what she got going on is like stuff that people want. Like, it's like, Keisha, seriously, you know, no one is envying what you got going on right now. If anything, you look like a very frustrated mom. You look like you're not happy, um, and overwhelmed by what you have going on, even with having help in the house. Okay. You got help, but your help doesn't appear to be help. And it comes across in the videos that you are overwhelmed and your help is not help. Like, it may be you might need to fire mom because mom is not doing a good job. That's my take and read on Keisha. Also, it's fantasy land. She's talking a good game. She wants us to know that she's closed a couple of $1 million in sales, but sis, on the Fulton County website, you've got lawsuits pending. Okay, sis? Like, come on now. For money that you owe people. You owe monies out here. You owe monies. Okay? You close $3 million in sales. You want us to think that's a lot, but we can all do math and we know what that equals. That equals a good job in corporate America. So, okay. Okay. And you have lawsuits pending, right? Keisha said she got into a car accident last week. They are down to one car again. I thought Splash had two cars. There is no way that happened and she didn't film it. She's making so word on the street. You guys have been coming in my inbox, okay, and stating that Audi gone. Okay. Audi gone. Um you guys have been stating that. Anybody in the bushes, you already know. They you guys have been bringing it for a while. Audi gone, right? If she got into a car accident last week, that's her business. Nobody cares. She can settle that with her insurance company. Um, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, go buy another car. Which I think she was leasing the Audi. I think she wanted Audi gone, and Audi might be gone, right? If you guys were watching Gina maybe a couple of weeks ago, I think people were saying Maybach gone or Maybach gone, and she wanted to make sure she flashed those keys. If you guys noticed that, anyone who watches Gina wanted to flash her Maybach keys because people have been asking, "Where's the Maybach?" But this is also what comes into it. Stop telling people all your business. You know what I mean? Stop making it a thing, and then it's not a thing. You know what I mean? When you make it a thing, how she made it a thing for the Maybach versus not getting back her Range Rover or whatever else she had going on. It People are like Maybach gone. So then people are like Audi gone to Keisha, right? And back to Jasmine, it was hips gone. Okay. When you make it a thing, when you make it your content, when Keisha decided to go do videos about buying a new cheap car, She wanted to go buy some sort of used Hyundai or something. Shouts out to the Hyundai owners. Don't be offended, girl. I'm just saying. She wanted to go from a German car to a Korean vehicle, which nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure whatever she was going to buy was just fine. But she said she wanted to downgrade a little bit in terms of pricing, not value or, because I'm sure the whatever that she was going to get is a perfectly fine vehicle. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Like don't misunderstand me. What I'm saying is she was looking for a deal, right? Girl hips gone, van gone too. Mimi, what? I'm gonna have to go watch an episode on Mimi. Mimi, is that some tea? Van gone too? Baby, I didn't even think about that. Is the van gone? Is she Ubering to the gym? Even if the Audi has a total loss, she would have a rental. Girl, who doesn't have rental coverage? What's rental coverage? $7 on your plan a month? Rental coverage is like a no-brainer. Rental coverage, if you sell insurance, should be an opt-out rather than opt-in. You know what I mean? Just like how at some companies, they just go ahead and opt you in to 401k. Girl, I was about to say 410k. All right. Shouts out to 410k. How some companies make you opt out of 401k. I keep saying it wrong now because there's a reason. If you watch over on Real Talk Bougie, you know why. Rental coverage should be an opt-out because it's a minimal charge, but it's something when you don't have it, like you're going to pay a lot of money, right? So yeah, she should have a rental coverage, but knowing Jasmine being cheap, Jasmine may have opted to save a couple of dollars. Oh, excuse me, Keisha. Keisha probably I would think would have rental coverage. But who knows? Keisha might be low key cheap too. She let the van get repo. The van. Okay, what about the new Ford Escape or whatever she has? Her little Jeep. That she still has that, right? Okay. The minivan did get repoed. You're right. Okay. But her new little Escape, is that safe? My God. If y'all have full coverage, you actually don't need to opt in. The lowest $20 a day will be included. Okay, because that should be standard at this point. That should be just standard ops. Like you need to I feel like insurance should be sold at everything. And then you go through and like, okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Rather than them like, I'd rather opt out than opt in. She screwed up from the start trying to do a reno without a blueprint, the project manager to oversee everything. Yeah, and not knowing because Splash at that time, I don't know what he had going on in his life. I guess because he was hanging out with his friend, the guy who does the Glorilla videos and stuff. He was sitting shadowing his homeboy going out of town, doing all the things, and then trying to do music and allegedly the Airbnb and all those things. I think, and he's not giving I'm invested in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how any of you guys who purchased a home or moved in with your guy, right? And he is very much vested in you and the home that you're creating together, right? He's outside, he's buying tools, he's out in the yard, he's cutting the yard, he's trimming up the bushes, like he cares about the place, right? And wants to make it a nice place for you, right? And or also doing things around the house, all of those things. Splash does not give that at all. He gives none of that. Splash gives he doesn't, I mean, and that's just me on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give he doesn't they've been in that house what 2 plus almost 3 years now. Do they even have any lawn tools? Do they It doesn't even seem like they do the house. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even have books in the built-ins in the living room. They don't even have pictures. Like the house is still not even just sparse. It's sparsely it seems to be a little less than sparsely decorated. Like they've got a couch and they've got a coffee table. There's no wall hangings. There's there's just nothing going on in that place. And we're talking about Keisha right now because I know we're literally all over the place. We're all over the YouTube streets talking about everybody this morning. Um, how do you? Well, look, if and I think you're right. I do. Like, oh, okay, we're not getting married, but we did buy a house together. Okay, good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's nice. You bought your man a house. You bought a house with your credit and cash and put his name on it. So you just bought him half a house. So good, good. That's awesome, Keisha. It's great. Um, so I agree with you, Goody. And yeah, I don't think that them buying that house is the flex that they think that they were giving for a flex. I got to take Jasmine off the screen. I'm just like, my God. I don't think it was giving the flex that they thought it was giving, especially when you come in with you forgot about the Airbnb. Girl, we didn't forget. You know, the internet memory is long. I'm sure something that I'm not thinking of, you're gonna pop something up. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, the son he doesn't take care of. Like, oops, okay. Keisha, it's not all biscuits and cornbread, okay? It's not all tea, cookies, and macaroons, okay? Over there. Even though you'd like for us. And is it anywhere? No one's life is perfect, right? So back to my original point of are these kind of boring day in a life vlogs where you can really tell that people are not putting any effort into the making of the vlog? Aren't they getting a little bit boring? I guess I would like to know anyone who's on the replay, like what you guys are watching. Cause I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I discuss these channels and, so for sometimes they are interesting. They got something going on. I don't watch them like I used to. I really don't. I just don't anymore. Keisha, I don't even it doesn't even literally Keisha videos don't even come up in my she just dropped a video anymore. Like I don't even know if she dropped a video recently. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea if she's even put anything out because it doesn't even show up in my recommended. My jazzy life, occasionally I will get the alert, but she hasn't been. Yeah, I mean, I watch Peyton too. Peyton, we love Peyton. Even, Gina, I watch Gina's channel because I do some commentary on Gina's channel every blue moon. So, yes. But even her, sometimes there's a difference sometimes with Gina's videos. Sometimes I do think Gina is just going through the motions. Like it's almost like and I'm sure everyone does this, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, Gina, you could have kept that one. You know what I'm saying? Like type thing. Um, Not that every video has to be a banger, because sometimes there's just great videos where you just kind of where we see something, we learn something, we saw something, you took us somewhere, and it doesn't have to always be some grand trip. Why do I have it on this thing? My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, it doesn't always have to be some elaborate vacation or spending a whole lot of money. I think that's kind of the misnomer when people like Jasmine get up here and say, well, I'm not like that. I don't have that kind of money. She equates doing everything with spending money, and that's the only type of content that she can do that revolves around spending money. You love McKenna. I have to go check out her channel. Hey Sade, how are you? Key is just posting just to post at this point. Key, are you talking about Key plus three? Or Key plus however many from keeping up with the Kennedys? Or Keisha? I think Keisha is just posting at this point too. I do. And you can tell in the bothered. It gives bothered. I think that when people are vlogging and it's giving bothered, it's either time to take a break or it's time to stop. Also, when you see the pivot of them maybe trying to get out of what they're doing, like they want to be a blogger, you know what I mean? They think they want to do, not saying just because you go live you want to be a blogger. I don't believe that, but I'm just saying as far as when Liv has tried and failed to do her morning show. Liv has talked about a morning show about 50 times. Oh, I'm going to be going live. She put up like that What's Up America channel, all kinds of stuff, and she doesn't realize that this is a grind. Doing this and literally not just going live and let people watch you put on makeup, and shouts out to the makeup channels because that is a thing too. But she's not a makeup channel, okay? And she tried to do a makeup channel, couldn't do it. The people, you guys get what I'm saying. it feel it's feeling like they are losing their last content creation. The vlog is supposed to draw people in and bring some entertainment, and they're not even like they don't even try anymore. There's some people who have literally given up, and I do think that the girls and even the guys out here that tell us stories, like I watch some guy van lifers. um I watch Max and Aki. It used to be Max and I forgive me. I can what is her name? Anyway, he had a girlfriend and she passed away. So it's Max and Aki the dog. Um watch Solo Travelers. There's a girl, nomadic introvert. I watch a bunch of people, right? There are people who are like living in their cars, or living in their campers, or living in their sprinters, and they're very interesting. So, but I do think that the people who really put the time in to really walk you through their day, it shows. And the people who are happy and really honestly, not to say that you got to, that you must be grateful, but the people who really do enjoy the lifestyle that they are able to have surrounding showing you their life, it shows. The people who are giving you bothered vlogs, like they can really stop any moment now. Like any moment now, you are welcome to quit because I'm sure the views are showing it. I've never so you guys look up some of these channels. So you used to love watching Sarah Lemkis and Jinty Fell. The bothered vlog, like let's talk about Rose for a second real quick from Queen of Kings. They hit a particular niche because she's a very small, petite, fit, Pilates body type female. With a big, bulky, burly, lumberjack, ball-headed white guy, right? She's a cute girl. And I think people were intrigued by their size. That's number one. And they also played up a lot of the I've got a big white guy or I've got a cute little black female wife or whatever, however you want to look at it. I think they played up the biracial aspect of their relationship for people that are into that in almost kind of fetishized it, right? I feel like they made it sexy. They would make sexy overtone videos and things that played up were a biracial couple, right? So they rode that to a million, and Rose has no life, and Rose is losing her mind, right? Um, Now she's giving bothered. She started going live, and she yes, I do. That's exactly. I think she makes it a thing that her husband, like, rather than I married a white guy and that's, or just I married a guy. I'm in love. This is my husband, right? Um it's all about she's black and he's white. And I'm sorry, that's not a recipe for a successful marriage. It's just not. But I will, you guys didn't ask me about that. Um I just think that she's giving very much bothered, and I think it's showing, and that's why she's a topic of conversation. Chelsea Janae is cool to watch when she isn't complaining about unnecessary stuff. I'm going back to family vlogs like Daily Davidson's. You know who's very cute? I like I said, I love Tim and Megan. It's all about God. I like Resurrection Ranch, was with the mom, and she's going to be redoing her trailer. Okay, and they're all about debt-free living. I watch Acre Homestead. I Okay, you watch a lot of homestead videos. There's a white girl named Becky who I really like, and she lives in a beautiful home. Um, she's made some money on YouTube. She doesn't talk about it, she doesn't flaunt it, but sis was a dental hygienist. Her husband, I think, probably had a good job, but they were a two-income family. Um, just Becky has had a baby, and the baby, like, I've seen the baby twice, maybe, right? She doesn't even make the vlogs about her husband. It's about her being in the kitchen and her going out to her garden and picking out of her garden what she's going to be cooking with us on sometimes a live stream and sometimes just in a video. Hey, I got some garlic out the garden. I'm making everything. This is what she did this weekend, everything about garlic. So she made some focaccia bread. She was making what else did she make? She was making a garlic infused oil to use on the meats that she was cooking. Like, just a whole thing, right? Um it's not anything that's super exciting, but this, like, she puts up a video and an hour later she's got 37,000 views. Like, sis she's running a very good channel. Farmhouse on Boone. I feel like I've heard of that channel, but I have not watched it. I've watched who else do I watch that's does I forget what this other one. Oh, The Farmer's Wife. This lady's in Canada. Acre Homestead is Becky. Is that, yeah, Becky? Yes, 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 yes. I watched The Farmer's Wife. I forget what her name is. But she's very funny. They're up in Canada, and she gives very much, like, she does talk over, like, she does voiceover type videos where she'll be filming. She just props the camera up, right? And you'll see her in the kitchen. She's making some things, and she's just going to walk you through. She's not even talking to the camera at that moment. She films her day. She's smart. She films her day. You don't hear nothing about what's going on in her house, her kitchen, nothing. You might see her husband walk through, the kids walk through, whatever. And sis is like, as a wife, it's such a pleasure to feed my kids and my husband. Today I'm getting, I went to the grocery store. She doesn't, everything that she cooks is not from the farm. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, but they have a farm, right? You like family cruising vlogs? I hadn't gotten into that. I do watch some vacation vlogs, but Farmer's Wife is really cute. If you like kind of cooking, what we're picking in the garden, doing fresh flower arrangements, stuff like that, you'll like The Farmer's Wife. Becky, I like because half the year she's getting seeds ready to go out to the garden. She's really showing you how she does her planter starters. So if you're kind of into gardening but not a super gardener, if you want to kind of follow someone that can teach you a little bit, but she's not really teaching, I like how she manages her garden. Now she's got a huge garden, but also keep in mind she's been on YouTube now a few years and they have invested in the garden. And the garden is really like the co-star of her channel and they've invested money in that. So it's more like goals and it's like aesthetic gardening at this point because it's not necessarily everyone's not going to have 16 raised beds in their backyard and everyone doesn't live on rolling hills and nobody should feel compelled like, oh my God, I've got to have Becky's garden because everyone's not going to have Becky's garden. You know what I mean? Becky does this for a living and Becky probably wrote off the whole project on taxes because it was a business expense. Who knows? I don't know if she did that or not. I'm just saying. Um, but some of these channels that are very aesthetically pleasing and have it like what seems to be all put together. Some, if you've been there from the beginning, sometimes it doesn't always start out that way. If Rose had a black husband, all this would have turned out differently. She has a white husband and mixed kids. Well, she has two kids that are by Brett. What high grossing family channels have all black family members? Um, what's the name? The Henry family. There are some. There might be a lot. It's just YouTube. Sometimes you just discover people, but there's, the Ellises. Um, I mean, maybe not a family channel, but okay, you said so specifically family channels. Let me think. Um, I mean, I would say I'm not going to say the Prince family, but I'm saying the Prince family because Bianca's dad is black. Um, so it just depends on I don't know what Bianca considers herself to be. Okay, Raising Cades. Is it Raising Cades? Okay. The Henrys, the Ellises, yes. There there are high earning what is it? The Pattons, right? Um there's I can't think of the Haitian couple. Eva, who just got out of jail, they were on some scamming stuff. They were on some scamming, on some tax scamming and stuff, but they've paid their debt. But they were on some tax scamming, but you know who I'm talking about. They've they got it going on. There's a lot. There's more than there used to be, and there's a lot of variety. You know what I'm saying? I think Rose, again, she sexualized her relationship with her husband and makes it a fetish type thing. So if there's any women out there fantasizing about a big lumberjack type dude with a bald head, who happens to be white and you're a black girl and you want to divest oh so bad, then you might like Rose. You know what I'm saying? Or you may have been tricked into thinking she was actually like a mom you'd want to follow, right? Until you realize she's just a basket case like the other basket cases, right? There's no difference from this basket case to the other basket case. Um, I feel like Keisha wants to stop. Keisha should just stop. If Keisha doesn't want to vlog anymore, sis, we can tell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trend Alert TV, I think you're absolutely right. I feel like Keisha wants to stop because the pay isn't like it used to be. Well, the output isn't like it used to be. If you get on here and you put in the work and you put up the videos and you have people that are interested in what you have to put out, you will make some money. I mean, I period. Okay. That's all I was want to say about that. And focus on real estate. But since Ashley's here, she feels she must keep up. So, I agree with you. Absolutely. I think that that's a very that that's true. I don't think she wants to go anywhere too quick because she wants to be able to control the narrative around her boyfriend, around her baby daddy, okay? Who is also Ashley's baby daddy, right? Um, I stopped watching family channels. I get bored watching them maybe because I don't have a family to relate to. I like I mean, like I can watch single girls no problem. I can watch grandparents. I mean, I don't know. It's if you don't relate to it or it's just not, it's I'm sure there's a family channel out there for you or a family channel. Like for instance, IAG Farms, they're somewhat a family channel because they're basically a family. However, really and truly, IAG Farms, it's Tim who's the star of the show. Like, let's be for real. You know what I mean? Megan is busy with the kids. Megan does her little praise and hallelujah every now and again, but for the most part, it's Tim's channel, right? Tim does the heavy lift of what's going on there. And I love how his mom is trying to learn how to vlog and she's cute with it. She's learning. Um, but Tim has the knack for the storytelling of the day, but it's not really a family channel to me, in my opinion. Even like if you look at a J. Morrell Stewart, J. Morrell, I mean, her family revolves around the channel, but it's a mom channel. It's all J. Morrell. And even with the whole controversy surrounding her husband's exit and the divorce, like if they're really divorced or not, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Travis. I'm assuming Mr. Travis is gone. um at the end of the day, we didn't really miss Mr. Travis because guess what? The camera has always been focused on Jay Morrell. We heard about Mr. Travis. We knew Mr. Travis was working. We knew Mr. Travis worked from home because Jay Morrell needed him at the house and all of the things. And one day we didn't hear nothing about Mr. Travis anymore. She was going through some trauma and some things were happening. And we heard in the papers that that there was some drama at the house with one of the kids and Mr. Travis lost his shit and then from that he lost his wife. So that's and I commend Jay Morrell. Like you don't want it to be like I guess people are gonna gossip, but at the end of the day, she didn't want like however she's thinks that she's handling it, she's controlling the narrative because she's not talking about it. You know what I mean? And they're not really celebrities. So the news that will come out about Travis and Jay Morrell will be, I guess, just whatever posted. Marshall Party of Five is definitely a nice little family channel, but really it's a mom channel. I mean, Brittany's telling us about her life. She's pregnant, all the things. Yes, we see Fortune. Fortune is in the mist. We know he exists. We know the boys exist. But ma'am, it's all ma'am. Her drive into work, her drive home from work, what they got going on, what they're doing for the weekend. She's going over to mama's house and all of those things. Yes, we love Brittany from Marshall Party of Five. Keisha doesn't want people to think she's lost. She will remain because of her pride, but it's clear she's not feeling it. So do something else. Like you don't have to show us all the ugly clothes you buy for the girls. And no offense to because the girls are sweet. Um, Stop showing us those ugly shopping hauls. Like you don't have good taste in clothes, Keisha. You just don't. Okay. Skip that. And nobody's impressed with the Shein haul. Okay. Period. We're just not. Okay. Show us that you can actually pick out clothes. Show us that you can pick out 3 outfits that complement each other that aren't just recycling 3 damn outfits. That's what I would love to see. Let the girls get their favorite color and you do the work of a mom with 3 kids that you desperately want to dress like triplets and dress them, like how Tina Knowles used to do the girls for Destiny's Child. Like they all look the same, but they look different. So that's styling. Going and buying duplicate outfits is ridiculous. Okay. Like at this point, especially when they're not cute. I mean, some kids look cute dressed identical, but considering they're not identical, and also people want to have their own identities that young lady 1 and young lady 2 are individual people even though they were born at the same time. I think that twins have commentary on that. Twins enjoy their twin life, but twins also enjoy developing into their own person. I think when twins feel like they can't separate, that does cause them some trauma. But I'm sure there are twins in the midst that can speak to that better than I can because I'm not a twin. But I can understand if you're born with somebody and it's constantly pushed on you that you have to be just like this other person who was born at the same time as you, and you are very much unalike, but you look alike and you love each other. People want to have their own personality, right? Girl. And there's nothing wrong with some fast fashion all the time, but to have a whole entire wardrobe consisting of Shein for little kids, especially when kids' clothes have to be durable and be able to be washed a lot, because you can't repeat outfits on babies. Like, I'm sorry. These kids, at a certain age, they're going to start smelling like hamburgers and with onions and ketchup and all kinds of stuff. Like, kids smell. When they start growing up, when they get to be about 7, 8 years old, those armpits start kicking. You're like, "Ooh, I got to go buy Boo Boo some deodorant," right? You can't repeat clothes. Them cheap clothes, baby, stop. They need good cotton. Kids need good quality clothing that can be washed numerous times until they grow out of it, right? Buying that Shein stuff, that stuff is going to be it's trash after a couple of washes. Cat and Jack is very durable. The stuff they sell at Walmart, I mean, you mix it with some Justice or Gap Kids or Old Navy, um, even some Banana. They always have cute little dresses, little safari looking khaki stuff. I love the stuff at Banana. Um, Zara. I used to buy Farrah the cutest spring dresses from Zara. It's like Zara has great stuff, but I mean, you're talking about a different price point, right? So clearly Shein is a price point of a certain caliber. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it, but a whole, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna be I never did a lot of Carter's or Oshkosh. Maybe Carter's like as a baby, like the onesies and things like that, but um I don't remember. But those are brands that have stood the test of time. Those are clothes we used to be in, right? So I don't know everybody's age group, but I'm sure all of us had on some Carters and some Oshkosh B'gosh. So if Oshkosh and all of these are around today, it's because they stood the test of time. Is Shein going to be here in 50 years? We don't know. But I know Old Navy's been around at least 25, 30 years. Gap has been around 30, 40 years. Like a lot of these labels that we're talking about right now have been around. Okay. Target has been around. Okay. Shein going, you know what I'm saying? Like J. Crew, Zara, yes, Gymboree. And you can wash it, the t-shirt, you use a little spray and wash, and the t-shirt comes right back, right? I'm not spending $10 and $15 on kid clothes, and I'm talking like a t-shirt or something like that, only for it to stain and it's no good anymore. So I'd rather buy a $3 t-shirt. If it's on some staining and stuff like that, then we'll get a cheap shirt. If it's on some, this is going to be a cute outfit and we're spending, this is like a $40, $50 outfit for a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, or $60 outfit. Like, to me, that's that gets to be expensive. However, those, if you go out on the weekends or you like to dress your kid up, obviously you're going to spend a little bit more money on certain outfits, but those regular pieces, you can buy that stuff from Target and Walmart, right? And you mix in a couple of little cute dresses from Zara, something for spring, something for Mother's Day, something for their birthday. And then you have 3, 4 new dresses in the rotation, as now they're growing out of something else. You know what I mean? That's just the way I always bought Farrah like a new dress for her birthday, for Easter, for spring. And then when we had a wedding to go to, we had something to go to, it's never like we had to go run out and buy something, or like she didn't have clothes, because she was always getting a new type party dress added into the rotation for Christmas, for something, so that she had a selection of things to wear when and if there's a marriage, there's a funeral, there's a family reunion, there's something going on, and you don't have to go out looking for stuff all the time because you're adding to the wardrobe maybe once every other month or, a season, and your kid is developing a nice wardrobe and you're not feeling like you're having to break the bank to like all of a sudden buy a whole like back to school's coming. I don't feel any pressure at all cuz my kid has clothes. You know what I'm saying? I've been buying clothes all summer. There's no pressure. I may get her a couple of new outfits just to start out the week. I'm gonna go see what I can find. Some new things for her. But when I think about adding to this kid's clothes, I'm like, something's got to go. You're gonna have to go in that closet and find me 5 to 10 things that need to go for me to add. But there's like, and what I'm gonna do, which is what I always do, and I tell you guys this every single year. If you haven't done it yet, I highly recommend it. If your kids are old enough, have them go and pick out 10 outfits. I want outfits, tops and bottoms, dresses. I want 10 complete outfits. Bring them to me. Show me what you got right now. Set them up. If you got a rack, go ahead, set the outfits up like you're styling something and see if everything, like, does it pass first week of school or going back to like, is everything in order? And then we'll go from there. I enjoy buying clothes too, but it's a burden. It's a burden at this point. We bought a lot of clothes between me and Farah to go out of town for a trip. I kept telling my husband, I'm like, you need to get some new outfits. You need to get some. He ended up buying some stuff right before we left to go out of town, but I feel like I bought a lot. I have both of my bags sitting in the bedroom right now, and now I'm stressed because I have no place to put my clothes. Like I have a whole entire room dedicated and I have a wardrobe in our bedroom because my husband has the closet in our bedroom. I have a big IKEA wardrobe in our bedroom that I have for my stuff that I use like all the time. And then I've got my, my glam room or whatever you want to call it, my dedicated closet, right? And I'm stressed right now because I have no place to put all my clothes. A kid's capsule collection is absolutely a must. Um, just to go through and just put together what you got so far. So Farah will be working on that. I'm probably gonna just start talking about it. Um, and then ask her to start getting like, let's get all the clothes washed. Let's go through stuff that you don't think you're going to wear anymore, if anything is too small, any of those type of things. And then let's start to put together some outfits, and I want to see your shoes. You know what I mean? Then for me, I have a good idea when I'm out and about. If I see, okay, I need to add to the jeans. She needs a couple of skirts, or she needs a skirt or two, or she needs, some t-shirts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm not just buying stuff that makes no sense. I feel like I skipped a couple. Hold on. Facts for it. I have to start buying school break wardrobe when they start getting bigger. Baby, it's get so yeah. I mean, kids do change size, right? So when you're in that time of life, like Farah now is like 5'5". She's kind of I don't know if she's gonna grow anymore. But she's pretty much, I think she's pretty much in her size. Um, Kaylee is cheap and goes out for herself, and Jeremy and the kids get scraps. She was buying Bobo sneakers. Like, come on now. How expensive is it to buy some Air Maxes for kids? $40, $50? My grandmother of three sets. I'm a grandmother of three sets of twins. They stopped dressing the same when they reached 5 years of age. They didn't want to look the same or dress the same. And you know what? I respect that. The ones that do, more power to them. And I'm sure it's cute on occasion. Maybe they like doing it when it's fun, but maybe they just want to be. I want to be me and you want to be you, and obviously we're twins. You know what I'm saying? I respect that so much. Um Keisha is in a situation with that house. She can't get out from. Yeah, so okay, let's talk about that a little bit, guys. Um I She might be upside down. Let me tell you something. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are going through this. Since the pandemic, whose tax bill didn't go up? If your tax bill didn't go up, I don't know where you live, but everybody else's did. Okay? Some people, the value in their houses have gone up considerably. I Our tax bill has gone up over 30%. Really almost 40%. It's ridiculous. But then I look at the value of the house and I'm like, I can't be mad. You know what I mean? Because in the past 5 years, it's, you want your investment to increase, right? Now, that being said, so the value of your house goes up, your mortgage goes up. Why? Because if you are escrowing your taxes, they're going to add that increase because they have to add additional for HOA if you have it, or taxes, insurance, and things like that. So if your house value goes up, guess what? Your insurance goes up and your taxes go up. So therefore, your mortgage increases, right? Because all of that's baked in if you have it structured that way, right? So mortgage payment's going to be more expensive. It's the word on the street, which we know because there have been documents passed around, is that there is a second mortgage in this particular situation regarding this YouTuber. And I don't know if it's a break even at this point. I don't know if the value of the house could have gone up, but borrowed at the upside, because there was a certain point, maybe 2 years ago, there was a up on the increases of people's property, and it kind of leveled out a little bit. Not that it went down a lot, but it went down a little bit. And if she's top heavy on what she owes versus equity, that's going to be a problem selling the house, because you can sell the house, but what happens is you have to make up the difference in selling the house. So if you have a house and you owe, I don't know, 450, and you can only sell it, let's say you can sell it for 450 and you owe 450, right? Say it's a break even. It's still not a break even because you got to pay closing, you've got to pay all kinds of fees. You're going to have to come to the table with that money. You don't have enough equity even to absorb all of the fees that are associated with selling your house. So I don't know what's going on with that. They're going to have to come, but Miss, I've sold $3 million in housing should have that. But I mean, selling 3 million in housing when you are getting a 3 and 4 and 5% commission doesn't really. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Queen. I think Jazz is scamming for back to school. Really? All of that for back to school. My 24-year-old twins still dress alike. Isn't that cute? Okay, but that's a choice and they're grown, right? So they meet up and they want to dress alike, right? I think that's very cute. I feel like either way should be respected. If you want to stay in your twindom, I think that's very cute. If you want to, and it doesn't mean you're not your own person. I just, I think it's a preference, right? Um, She's stuck in financing, yet looking at new houses and getting one from the ground up. She said they want to sell the house and buy one at the same time. Let me tell you guys know, if you've ever sold and bought a house at the same time, it is a nightmare. And my real estate agent warned us it would be a nightmare. And it was. It was a nightmare to the point that we were basically homeless for 24 hours. Well, maybe not 24, but like 12 hours. That when we signed and sold our house, and by the time we signed the papers for this house, it was already after 5 o'clock. So our OG house transacted and the people were able to move in. And our new house didn't transact until the morning. So last minute, with damn pods on the way to the new house, a big ass U-Haul, 40, I think it was like 40 foot. It was long, it was big, it was the biggest one. Um, two dogs. Was it two dogs at the time? No, little mama. So it was little mama, Farah, and we had to find a big enough hotel room that took dogs and that we felt safe having all our shit outside. Our whole, not everything, but the pods we were able to drop off the pods because technically we own the house. They didn't want us in the house because our hazard insurance, which is your homeowner's insurance, did not go into effect until the deal transacts, right? So if we had moved into the house technically the night before, which they could have let us do, but if the house burned down, then it would have been on them, not on us. And I respect it. I'm not even mad. Like I was kind of a little salty about it for like a year or two. But now I'm not. I'm over it. I'm over it. Because I'm like, they could have let us move in, but you know what? Also, on top of that, spending the night in a hotel just to have a good night of sleep after all of what we had to go through and packing and going and signing papers and doing all the things, it wasn't the worst thing to have happened. You know what I'm saying? We got to take a breath for a minute, stayed in the hotel. Next morning, we got up. Our real estate agent called us and said, this is, she texted us and called us and said, here's the code. The house is open. It's yours. You know what I mean? Like, you're good. Go ahead and get up in there. And we did, and it was fine. But yeah, buying and selling, you got to have some coin. Okay. You need some coin, because you just do. I'm just going to say you just do. Buying and selling, you got to have some coins. If you don't have any coins and you're trying to sell a house, even if it has equity, you're gonna have to sell the house before you buy the new house. So if you want to not lose a house that you're looking at because maybe your house isn't moving as quick as you think it is or wanted it to, you've got to have the coins to secure the other property, right? So it's if it works, it's amazing, right? Um Ours worked out fine, but it wasn't not painful. It was a little painful, but it worked fine and we made it through it. But I would never recommend it again, buying and selling at the same time. It's hard. It's really hard. Your taxes went up 200 more a year, still cheapest around. Baby, let me tell you something. I wish my taxes were that much. Like, I wish. I wish upon a star. Mm-mm. I wish upon a star. But yeah, those Alabama taxes sound sweet. She would never be better off making a house a real home and sit down somewhere for a while. Those kids need a childhood home. Absolutely. Um, let's see. Is she still splitting her commission with Ashley? I don't know. She kept saying the repairs were getting expensive, yet still kept getting things done. Girl, when she tore up those floors. Hey, Miss Corey. Hey, Boo. Hey, Hey, JCG. What's going on? Hey, SK Lee. Bianca. What's going on? Apple pie. She kept saying, okay. Girl, she tore up those damn floors. Keisha Lurie bought the house, the value down with the upgrades. She downgraded while upgrading. Fran, I had to do the exact same thing when I bought my house and I was coming from another state. It was bad. And also, the people who bought our old house, basically they gave us a hefty down payment. Okay. They gave us a hefty down payment and they said they were coming with cash. But when you think about it, isn't every deal cash? Because it's all wire transfers, right? But we thought they were coming with cash on cash on cash, right? Basically, they made it seem as though they were coming to the table with a check, with just a regular check, right? Well, turned out That was a lie. It was a lie. And we were in a position like this is like really the first time I've been really talking about this in almost 5 years because it was on some, well, you can sue us if you want to, or you can back out the deal if you want to. Meanwhile, everything was in the fucking pods. We're loading up the car. We're loading up the damn U-Haul and all that stuff, right? We're taking time off from work. We want this house that I'm sitting in right now. And they're like, the guy was waiting for another, like, I think they were selling a house. They never told us that. They didn't disclose what should have been disclosed. And could we have sued them? Absolutely. But why sue, break the deal, start over? We were ready to move. We didn't want to lose this house. So we had to deal with it. Any of you guys who were around at that time, you're like, our closing got delayed. Like maybe in total it was delayed a week. And luckily the people who owned this house prior to us had already moved. They were an older couple and they had already moved to their new place and this place was sitting empty. So we were lucky and they worked with us and all of that. Um, but yeah, it was very unpleasant, but we made it work and it was fine. If Keisha is gonna sell this soon, she should have made it ready to sell by fixing minor things. Okay, like the sink, that the doors don't even align. Like all that mess she got going on over there in that kitchen, like the fine details. Like if you're gonna do Jerusalem tile, can you do a sink that fits the cabinetry? Okay. Now I'm gonna say this. I'll speak for myself. We moved in this girl. We have blue Formica countertops, and I said 24 is gonna be the year that we're gonna get this out of here. We've painted. It was like that salmon color. On the inside, we've painted most of the house bright white. Um, there's still a portion that still hasn't been painted yet. But we've gotten through some of that. We've changed all the light fixtures. We've got a new roof. I mean, when you look at things that you've done over time that are not cheap, also another thing I want to do this year is like change out all of the appliances, right? Um, so if I can do the kitchen stuff this year, I'll be very happy. Even if I do one of the two appliances or the countertops, um, it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's a process. It's a process. Um, but yeah, it's very hard. I'm gonna say it like this. Unless you just have an unlimited budget, you have to pick a zone. Pick a portion of your house that you want to work on, and that's what you work on. The only way she could do that, Fran, is if her house was paid off. Yeah, you have to pick an area. Like, okay, we're gonna do the living room. Okay, we painted the living room. You guys saw that. That was probably one of the last vlogs I put up. I put up the time lapse of them painting, and then they did that in October, somewhere in the fall, and then we ordered our new sectional, and then that came in like I don't know, a few months later. Yeah, I mean, like you pick a zone, and you work on that zone, and you move to another one. You know what I mean? You can't like decorate and remodel and paint and all of these things all at the same time. Like this chick had so many projects going on simultaneously. It was giving people anxiety. Did someone send me a cash app? Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Y'all make me want to cry sometimes. I'm so glad. Sometimes I really just like to talk to you guys. I love doing reaction videos. I love doing reaction videos before I even knew I was doing reaction videos. I love watch partying with you guys and commenting and talking and slicing and dicing and dissecting and all the things. I love it. I also do love talking to you guys, like just about what we already know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really do enjoy it. I just this is what my really one of my favorite things I've ever been able to do. Um what my goodness next. I look back to Keisha real quick. We'll be watching. Okay. We're just watching. Okay. Also, I'm gonna say one other thing about Keisha. One of the reasons Keisha is she's cuckoo. She gives cuckoo vibes to me. And I don't like to mess with cuckoo people, especially people who like to lie and make up stories, because there is an element on these YouTubes. Can we talk about this? There's an element of people on these YouTubes who love to get the police involved and stuff and file police reports and show up in people's yards and all kinds of weird shit. I'm not interested in that. Okay. Not to compare our girl Raven. Raven is like, can we even bring Raven into the conversation? It has taken years, but it's good. She has really developed her home. She takes the zone project kind of ideal, right? She works on a like when she just did the upstairs. Okay, so let's talk about Raven for a second. Any of you guys who watch Raven Elise, right? Raven has gone from a teenager to a full on mom. Zaya is a big girl now. We've literally watched Raven grow up in many ways, right? We've watched her grow as a mommy. We're watching Zaya grow up, all of the things. She bought this beautiful home and it was beautiful, period. But she has really developed her home. She's built a swimming pool. She's uh, created a beautiful outdoor space. She has decorated her living room. We've seen her throw beautiful parties. Um, and she was, I mean, Raven hasn't been perfect either. Raven, like, you see her now, but damn, 6, 7 years ago, Raven was partying, and there's nothing wrong with partying. There's nothing wrong with drinking. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But Raven was still in her 20s and young and a young mom and also YouTubing and making a lot of money, right? So, but luckily she got a hold of herself before things got out of control and let her mom become her manager. And it seems to have it's gone incredibly well, right? Um, and she's giving sophistication. Like she's still young, but she's very sophisticated with it. And I do like Raven a lot. I think that um I like seeing her journey. And that's one of the things, I guess I'll just close it on Peyton too. One of the things about Peyton I really love is since I've been watching her for a few years now, um, this is maybe like a year prior to, I think when I first started watching her, she was just about to celebrate her 1 year vlogiversary. Um, and then I remember her saying something about that into when I started kind of watching. Someone had mentioned her to me. Maybe it was even Miss Corey. I don't know if it was you. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody did in the chat mention her name. And I was like, okay, I'll go check it out. Um, just seeing her from the apartment to the townhouse, and I just really like her. I like her a lot. And I like the genuine honesty of I fucked up or I'm proud of myself or I did this or I did that. Raven does that too. There's nothing wrong with celebrating yourself. And there's also nothing wrong with if that's something you want to share with your audience, like, I fucked up or whatever, right? Um, I like that. I like that aspect of the journey of the story if you invest the time in watching someone's channel long enough. I feel like, the whole thing with Peyton going and visiting Kyron, in Chicago and dealing with that and just knowing how it would feel to be a mom and have to leave, like go visit your kid and then have to come back and all of the things. And then, taking Kyron to the prom and all of these things. Like these are not staged things. These are things that actually really happen. And it was just the journey of, seeing this growth between, and then also just the growth as a YouTuber and how she really talks about wanting to provide really great video footage and it's always very clear and crispy and she cares about her product. I love hearing about like someone who's not just putting shit out, that they actually really put out something that they care about and that they feel like is quality and want to give their audience something. I have such respect for that because that's how I feel. I like to put out something quality. I'm not going to just show up and be like, okay, guys, like, hey, January, I see you. Hey, dark and lovely. I don't like to just show up. I don't like to show up unprepared. I don't like to show. I don't, like I it always amazes me. I think that's what I find so amusing about some of these uh people, like how we opened up talking about, is this that like is this something that people are still watching where people just prop up the camera or the phone or whatever they're using and just sit and you have to just watch them live their boring ass mundane life and they're not offering you any value, information, resources, knowledge, or entertainment. There's nothing. You're sitting with the camera propped between their legs and they're folding dirty wigs. Like, come on. Yeah, and you know what? But there's other people who are really doing well, but they're also on a maybe they're on a different level because they're older. So like let's just say, or more like age wise, more mature. Look, however you want to say it, because when you say the word older, people get offended. But there is a difference, if someone's look, Keisha has to want to do better and you don't need to have the financially smart parents to do that. You need to get real with your finances, right? And but yes, to Raven's credit, at a certain point when she allowed her mom to come in and be her manager and have family work with her, that was a great decision, right? But Keisha could do that too. She doesn't have to have her mom help her, which her mom does help her in certain things, but in terms of financially, um, I don't think it's that hard to manage money. You have to not spend more than you make and you need to pay your bills on time. Those are two things that if anybody does today, your credit is going to go up immediately. Don't spend more than what you make and pay your bills on time. If you do that, am I lying, anybody? How hard is that? Don't spend more than what you make and pay your bills on time. What is paying your bills on time? It helps you establish good credit. And with good credit, you can do anything. Okay. And if you don't spend more than you make, guess what you can do? You can have some cash reserve. If you do those two things, if today you are in financial trouble, Big Sis Fran told you, dedicate and promise to yourself today, don't spend more than what you make and make every single effort to pay your bills on time. And a year from now, your credit will be better. Your standing financially will be better. You may even have propped yourself up so much that you're even performing at a better, higher level where you may have even achieved a promotion at work or have said, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm out of here. And you're going to go find something like you might be going applying for that next job or that next career or whatever it is that you want to do. Because sometimes when you're in a bad place, being in a bad place you don't always take the best care of yourself, and understand that financial and fiscal irresponsibility is a lack of self-care. Paying your bills on time and having good credit is something that it's a self-care thing. Being dragged on the internet because you've got two lawsuits because you can't pay your fucking bills, there's nothing to feel good about that. And I guarantee you she will never address me on that topic. Who wants to sit and talk about, I got two damn lawsuits? I don't really give a fuck about anything that girl is doing. I'm going to be quite brutally honest. But I guarantee you she's never going to say anything about Camino Financial and the other place, Capital One, and damn these freaking lawsuits, because you know what? It's embarrassing. Okay? It's embarrassing. Well, she needs to because it's awful. Um, okay. Be the Joneses. How about that? Girl, be the Jones, be your own Joneses, right? Have people looking at you. And you know how people are going to look at you? When you are paying your bills on time and not spending more than you make. Okay? Girl, we don't. January is true. Her dad would help her, but she doesn't deal with her. He doesn't deal with her because of the way Jeremy has treated her. He won't. Well, yeah. Pay your bills. Just pay your bills. But pay them on time. Paying them late isn't good either, but paying them late, okay, paying them at all, period, right? But paying them on time, what does that do? Um, you will maintain your interest rate and you avoid late fees. Okay. They're going to give you one or two chances to pay late. But if you pay late more than a couple of times, they'll just close your account. They're not even playing anymore. 2024, they're not playing with you. They'll just go ahead and send you a note. Um, account closed. Yeah, I don't really know about her childhood trauma. I'm going to be honest. So I'm coming from just I've been watching her channel for a few years now, place. But if that is something that is holding her back, that's something that she might want to handle that business. She might want to, and she might not be ready. And some people, there's a lot of people who love their story. There's a lot of people who hold on to these stories about themselves that may or may not even be true anymore. It could have been perspective. It could have been something that actually happened, but it's not even relevant to today because you've gotten past it, or it's an aspect of your life that you choose to not dictate your future. But some people love that story that they got going on so much so that they will hold on to it and make that the cornerstone for everything. And I don't know. That's not, I don't know if that's not good for most people, especially if it's a traumatic cornerstone. You know what I mean? Any of you guys who are my Westworld people, everything always goes back to Westworld. Remember the cornerstone of all of the hosts in the park? Each host in the park had like a cornerstone event or something that kind of dictated who they were in the park and what they brought to the storyline. Remember that? Girl, isn't that a beautiful thing? Yes, 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 yes. Let me check. That'll be let's do that. Let's see. As of last time I checked, no, but let me check right now. Hold on. I don't know how they have the address because I went and reviewed the original paperwork and it's there. So they had her business information, and because she secured the loan through her business and then also furthermore made herself a guarantor with her home address, they have that information. So why that hasn't, maybe Jeremy is just you know on the defensive right now, not answering doors that he should not. Um, This is still the same notice from 7/12, which was that it was at the UPS store, I believe. Let me check. This is this, yeah, it's still the same one document. Hold on. Let me make sure before I show anything, because y'all, let me tell you, YouTube got them Hawkeyes, okay? This is still nada. Is still this is the one last document posted to the case. So maybe it's not, I don't want to say maybe it's not high priority, but I guess they're going to get to it. I don't know. But no, not yet. They're probably lurking outside of the house right now waiting for Jeremy to step outside or them to throw it at them. But not yet. Sponsors pay everything on time. Westworld's so amazing, right? I love it. Oh, she didn't. Hey, Astro Glam. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, guys. Arlene, I see you, boo. Guys, if I did not call you out specifically, hey, girl. Hey, boo. Hey, bougie gang. Guys, I really enjoyed this conversation today. I got to go get my daughter from tennis lessons. She's finishing up soon, so let me go pick her up. I will be live on Real Talk Bougie and we'll continue the conversation over there, okay? You guys have a great rest of the day. Who is calling? Hello? My God. You know how, like, if you have two iPhones and they both ring at the same time, like one phone. I have my phones where one phone rings to another. Anyway, okay, let me let you guys go. You guys have a wonderful day. Let me go get Boo Boo. And I owe you guys some pictures and I will get them posted. I'll do like a little bit of a photo dump on my community post, but make sure you're following me on Insta. I haven't been so active on Love Lies and Lace Fronts Insta, so my bad, y'all. Um, but I'll pick back up. I started posting again on Real Talk Bougie this morning on Insta, but just if you're following me, I'm back. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys. And comment down below if there's anything you guys want to talk about. Let me know. Someone's stalking who? Let's see. She got court on the 12th. Girl, really? On that girl again? I would be embarrassed at her age. Is that who you're talking about, Keisha? I would be embarrassed at her age, her big age, to be sitting around and claiming that people are stalking me. That girl again, let me check. I don't believe it. I mean, I believe you, but I don't I'm like, sis. She's so mad about that girl coming to her house. I guess she's trying to teach a lesson. I don't think anybody in their right mind will go to that girl's house. And I'm just going to say to the girl that did go to her house, baby, that's your business. I'm not even, was it like, I don't even know if it was worth it at this point, but also none of my business. So I'm not going to even comment on it further. But this chick is operating on cuckoo. Is it worth it? I would never, girl, we've seen all of that house on the internet. Okay. Just to let you know, Midland credit, the one for Capital One, that one is still, it says it's in mediation. There's no updated anything on that. I'm sure you guys have looked it up because if you say she's got court, God, this chick, seriously? Why don't I see anything? I'm gonna look under this girl's name. She had like 3 hearings and nothing came of it. But now she has a hearing where? Do you know if it's in Fulton County? The only thing I see that girl has on her docket is basically some sort of DV, maybe some sort of DV situation. Um, I don't see anything with Keisha Kaylee. Let me see. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Ooh, okay. All right. Maybe I'm seeing something. Okay. Final disposition posted. But then there's another. Is this an actual hearing? Let's see. Did you say August 12th? Hold on. 24. All right. So there's something in the magistrate court. Let's see. Final disposition posted. But it's saying final disposition was posted on 6/24. What case is this? 24M. So 24. So there's something in the magistrate court. Let me try to look this up. Hold on. All right, let me show you what I'm seeing right here. Oh, I can't show you because then you're going to see her name, and I haven't shown her name because I don't even know if this is real, and I don't want to drag someone in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know who this girl is, just to be honest. This is the person she says allegedly came to her house and spit on the bathroom floor and is calling her a stalker. Um, Let me see. Okay, well, okay. Yeah, there is an open case. Okay, so this is in the magistrate court. So this was not in this is in a different court. Have you guys seen this? Okay, I'm gonna have to try to look this up. The order. So she did okay. And a warrant was issued. What? Y'all, I gotta go pick up Farrah. Hold on a second. Interesting. Okay, so maybe Keisha wasn't lying, and maybe there was. Okay, give me some time. Let me go ahead and put these little documents in my basket. Um, Let me put these documents in my basket, and there's some things that change. Okay, hearing notice, hearing there's return, application. So I don't know if I can see this. I need to look this up in Odyssey. Order dismissing recalling warrant. The court today orders the arrest of, hold on a second. You guys probably saw this already. The court hereby orders the arrest issued June 25th, 24 in the above style criminal matter is to be dismissed and recalled instanter. The clerk received the returned hearing notice for the warrant application hearing after scheduled hearing. The clerk shall notify the applicant of this court's decision and apprise the applicant of the necessity of obtaining corrected address for the accused and furnishing it to the clerk. When the applicant has done so, the clerk will schedule a new hearing. Okay. That being said, all right, let me pull. I'm gonna pull. I don't know if I have the warrant in here, but I have to pull that. I have to maybe order it through Odyssey. Orders dismissing. Okay, and then so okay, I don't know where this is filed because the other situation she had filed with this girl were in family court, and this looks like this is in um magistrate court, and I'm not sure who the judge is. They say judge? I don't know who the judge is. It's at 9 o'clock on August 12th, and it's in criminal magistrate court. Oh, it's Judge Todd Ashley. Judge Todd Ashley, for any of you guys who may or may not know, Judge Todd Ashley is one of the judges who heard Nesto's one of Nesto's dispossessories where Erica King was fraudulently posing as April Holloway. Okay. Are there any other judges in Fulton County? Like, I feel like I know every judge in Fulton County now. But yeah, Judge Todd Ashley is the presiding, and there is a date scheduled. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna make this big. Well, let me do some screenshots and then I can cover, or I'll drop the case number. You guys can go look for yourselves. I don't want to put this girl's name out because she's not a YouTuber. That's number one. Number two, we know Keisha sometimes or a lot of times is on some fugazi, and I really don't want to bring this person out if I really don't know what this is substantiated on, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know who this woman is. There was a Todd Ashley and there's Ashley Drake. Yeah, there were two judges, Todd Ashley and Ashley Drake. They're both on the witness list. She showed her name. Okay. You're right, Arlene, 100% right. It's there. And hold on. Is this the case number? And that is the case number. So let your fingers do the walking if you guys know how to handle that business on Fulton County. That is the case number. So go ahead, get informed, and there you go. We'll talk about it. I'll try to get some more information. But that is the case number. So any of you guys who want to check into it, that is the case number. It was not easy to find because when you just look up their names, it doesn't show up. But you have to actually, if you are on Research Georgia, if you're on the Georgia website, not just like Fulton County Magistrate, basically what you do is click on hearings. If you click on the hearings, it'll take you to this criminal matter that's in the magistrate court. But when the judge hears this case, I'm going to die laughing. And I think Ashley Drake I think they post on YouTube, I think. I don't know. If they do, that will be awesome. Okay, guys, let me let y'all go. I got to go pick up my daughter. I will be back. You guys drop your questions down below and we'll pick this up either later or tomorrow. Okay, guys. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I did not have an outro ready.
By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. This is all about clout.
Okay, let me just say real quick. So the warrant was dismissed. I see that on here, but I think they dismissed it pending a proper address. And once the address was, once they secured a proper address, then they would reschedule the date. So it appears that the date has been scheduled. There was a change of address that was posted on 7/24/24. So maybe she found applicant for respondent. So I would need to pull that. I have to go to Odyssey. There, you know how there's just some things in Research Georgia that you can't see. So I'm going to go look in Odyssey, see if I can find it. But it appears that on 7/24, so they recalled the warrant on 7/16. 7/17 notice was returned, 7/18 notice returned, 7/24 they did a change of address, and now on 8/12 they have a hearing schedule. So we don't know. I mean, maybe something's going to happen, maybe something's not going to happen, but it appears that the initial warrant was dismissed due to probably no address or whatever. But they have rescheduled the hearing, so maybe they've been able to find the address and find the person to serve her, because that was the problem with the last 3 warrants, right? Or the last 3 subpoenas, right? Anyway, okay, guys, you guys are awesome. Take care. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. I got to go pick up my kid, and I'll be back later on Real Talk Bougie. Okay, see you guys later. Bye. Don't forget to hit the like button for me.